Welcome back into my YouTube channel, guys. Traders Solution. Okay, so yeah, guys, it's me, your boy KB, aka Uncle Broski. Yo. Okay, guys. So let's get into the chat and see what happened since from like last week analysis to this week analysis, and then see what really happened, how like review the day, and get to see what really happened, and it really plays out to how we forecasted from the previous video. Okay, guys, so okay, basically let me start again by also reminding you guys that I am not affiliating any broker. I am not affiliating any any company or anything like this. Okay, so this is part of my like portfolio like files that I'm trying to like accumulate into my portfolio. Okay, so I'm trying to build my analytic portfolio throughout my YouTube channel. You know, trying to like outreach my expertise and like be competent and stuff like that. You get, guys, and share knowledge to you. Ensure that like we share what we learn throughout the financial market and everything, because of it's a very complex industry, guys. Okay, the financial market is a very complex industry, and then you just have to know yourself. And I don't want to lie, it's quite difficult knowing yourself, like getting into the zone. So probably like, but if you take it step by step and ensuring that like we walk through and everything like this, it's quite possible. You just have to gonna believe in this, okay? And then I also want to remind my people is that I got into trading not because of to be gimmick about it, just to have that type of way of living that many forex traders living, okay? And then when I got into this is because of I have interest into the financial market, into business. I do have a business where I provide services, like different services. I'm not providing any trading services. This thing I'm doing it out of heart, as I'm providing this like my knowledge freely on my YouTube channel, so that even me, when I've like moved into a different level in trading, I can like look back to my journey, see what I used to like, emphasize on, focus on, and like target my trade and go about the week to see even my progress. Okay. So let's not make it more about me, but then also it is because of this is part of my journey, part of my portfolio, you know, how I go about it and everything like that. Okay, guys. So, okay, what is in front of you currently right now? It's the 4 hour chart, as you all can see, guys. So this is a 4 hour chart. But then I want to bring something into context that really happened. So remember that, guys, the market was here. When it was Sunday, yeah, we did the last video on the Saturday. So the market was quite here. We did predict that we want a sweep of this. You know, we did predict on the last analysis video that we want the market to sweep this, then probably then try to push up until to get to this line to sweep out this, and to also get to this end up like this imbalance that I also emphasized on the previous video. Okay, and then is there also like I also like articulated that like if you keep on buying on Wednesday and like from Monday to Wednesday, and it happened probably because even here we got a really good entry. If you can see a breakout, retest an entry up to sweep out here and come back here. Then NFP obviously prepare for it, prepare for the sell ahead, and then like NFP really sells. So we're gonna go through like the daily analysis and preview the like now we're just previewing the weekly analysis that we really had last week. Okay, so I'm just gonna present you with what you call this a screen snap that I took from the thing. Okay, So this, like, if you go to the previous video, you'll see that we analyzed this, like, I analyzed even these like key levels. I like this PDI raise, like these annotations, this triangle, this liquidity sweep, you know, and everything like support and resistance, and also this fair value gaps and inversion fair value gaps, okay, in order block. And here's it. Remember, if you remember last week, the market was here, this level was not swept. I did try to show you guys that the market has likelihood of wanting to sweep this. Then after sweeping out this, it will probably go high to fill out here, and after filling out here, obviously, give us the opportunity. And as I also mentioned, that like these gaps have 90% probability of price revisit. So hence that's what I was anticipating, ahead of the week. Well, I was looking to predict what really like the market really anticipated, which aligned with the weekly analysis, you know. But yeah, let's just keep up and see what happens. So the market is currently here right now. If we go look at currently right now, it's here. We have not anticipated the big sales that we have been waiting for. It might be the time for us to anticipate that. It might be the time that the market maybe really want to keep on pushing up, especially with the tension we have in the United States and how the dollar is quite moving. Okay, so yeah, this was the last week analysis. I did analyze this whole analysis that you see with you guys like from the start, and try to also emphasize and like try to clarify my thoughts week ahead, which is something that turned out. Okay, so I also want to move from our analysis and see that good, like, okay, yeah, we did probably, you know we did came to sweep out this low. Okay, if you ever you have an issue that it wasn't in daily chart, we can still go to daily chart and confirm everything. Okay, we swept out this low. Here's it. Then we pulled up to go to this, to come and fill up here, and after that we just had our drop. Okay, so for hours just more clear into the structure, and you can see we are currently inside the fair value gap. We might be selling the sales that we were expecting, but there's another block here. Price might wanna like, but then I still believe on the sales. I just have to wait for confirmation for price to break here, and probably coming back to retest this level for a very massive sell. Okay, guys, so yeah, so we're just gonna go through also through that, and but then now I'll go through what really happened throughout the week, our daily strategy that I've emphasized on also on the last video, and then my introduction is the very strategy that we really emphasized. And it's quite simple, and it's like, CRT, then turtle soup, or the power of three, or like you can distribution, call it whatever. But then as long as the model is aligned to time, that makes it more significant. Okay, guys. So we're gonna probably like go into this and see what really happens and how the market really played out. Okay, so now we just glad that, okay, according to our previous weekly analysis, I'm probably like personally glad that, I mean, like, I saw this in hand coming, and indeed really plays out exactly like that. It's like 100% of the analysis, and even right now, still playing about it. And personally, I did catch up these moves over the week, obviously, and but I don't, like reflecting my financial statement here is something that I don't want to do, because of I'm basically focusing on outlying the skill, because of that's the most important thing, guys, the skill. Hence you need to focus if you want to learn, like, to be able to like increase your probability of timing the market. Like, you just have to focus on the skill, like the account management and everything like that is after to deal with. But firstly, build yourself into the skill, and this is the journey that I just recently did. And now I'm just finalizing my year in terms of like putting out my work, publishing out my understanding. It's like how PhD or master student do, after like when they probably like write out a research, then publish it and everything like that. So now I'm publishing what I've learned throughout the market. Then so that right now when I work forward, I'm just gonna work forward with my risk management, my account management and everything like that. But then that will be a lesson that I'll be documenting also through my growth, and everyone I think will have an opportunity to see that. But in most, the bigger one is for me to be able to recognize such an opportunity to do this, because of I quite believe that the internet is gonna become the bigger thing. So it's best for you to probably give yourself platform and expose yourself as early as you can in my youth, probably, so that even when I've grown, or I'm not sure, at least like I've left my wisdom throughout my process of what I was expertising on, like the financial market and everything like that. But it's not all about that, okay? But I just have to touch on such things because of it's not only the journey that I am recording for you guys to learn what I've learned. It's also very genuine for me to reflect what I've learned throughout documenting it, and then like being able to articulate the way that I've learned it, and be able to like address it to you, to someone, to be able to learn or understand particular concept that I've learned through price action, clean price action. You get. And yeah, there's no even indicator or anything that we use. These are clear levels that we annotate, like we just annotate. And yeah, as we try to explain and everything like this. Okay, guys. So I'm just gonna go to our. Okay, let's just go to 5 minutes. Okay, we're gonna start from Monday. No, let's go to 4 minutes for our first to CCRT. Okay, we're gonna start on Monday. Monday. Remember the five. Remember what I said. The 5 o'clock candlestick, right? We need to measure the 5 o'clock candlestick. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. This is gonna be probably the 5 o'clock candlestick. I did catch a trade. Yeah, I'll go to it lower, but then obviously this is how I was measuring it. I was seeing which the prices already touched this other block, and I'm not expecting the 9 o'clock to really sweep it lower before it goes high. It might really want to go up, but I'll show you how I anticipated the trade. But you can see um the what you call this, the 9 o'clock candlestick had to go up and sweep up there and retest it back. But then let's just go to the 5 minutes and really have a clear structure. Okay, remember that was Monday. Okay, that was Monday, right? Monday, come back Monday. Oh, this is Friday, is my Monday is Friday. Oh, down there. Because of we went down. So obviously, guys, you know that when you have analysis on a higher time frame, when you go down, you tend to have such objectives. Yeah, this was it. Oh yeah, I remember this trade. Probably that was Monday, because my target was out up until here. I didn't catch out this move, but I was aiming for that. But I didn't catch out this move. I catched out up until here. This liquidity. After that sweep, I was done for the day. Okay, but then yeah, here's it. Here's what I was looking. The market has at that time it was already filled up this gap and touch out this other block, and it was moving up. But let's do our what you call this, vertical lines. Remember, I said 8 o'clock. Said 8 o'clock, right? Then I said 10 o'clock, right? We can call it 9, but then let's just go to 10 because our most preferred time is 10, right? So you can see obviously between this time, guys, there was Monday, you know, okay, the market came, fill up here and try to push up back to here. After sweeping out here, you intensify the sales that you are waiting, right? During that time, especially when this confirms for you, because this was gonna give you, if it really gave a breaker out of this, then fill it Then after feeling it, then push low, but it was not worth it because of there was a strong. I can see that price consolidated for quite some time right here, then pulled back to your entry and probably to your stop loss if possible. But then it was not gonna. The sell was not worth it. The move was like the target was really unrealistic. After knowing that on a higher time frame, on 4 hour, we're just sweeping out from a fair value gap. Remember, on 4 hour, I'll go back. I just don't want to come back on this piece again. So what I really anticipated was that like I'm always expecting a buy after 10 o'clock, and because of yeah, sales did happen, and then probably I'm expecting it to even go more buy because of obviously like I was expecting price to go on Monday to go from high and everything like that. So I woke up on my normal time and I wait for 10 o'clock for price to come and sweep up the fair value gap it created and it break out here. You get obviously and get price could have came here. Then after that, you get then come back and retest it. Obviously entry to push up here. Probably this took out because of the market closed somewhere here. Oh, where was it? When did the market close? Monday. Oh, it closed yeah, somewhere around. Yeah, the market closed somewhere here. So probably I missed out the good move, but I cashed out also this move to be launched. And I was content with what I've made, guys, on that. And I was content with that because of here that buy was clear and I was waiting for the buy from 10 o'clock. And that was clear because of even the buyers on 4 hour. As I've mentioned, 4 hour, it's like a time frame that give you a very strong bias in terms of your analysis and stuff like that. Okay, guys. So where's that? Uh, okay, yeah, this is the one. No, I'm looking for Monday. Where am I? Okay, yeah. Remember, here's it. Here's Monday. We were coming out. There was the things that I was annotating, right? Coming from a 4 hour candlestick, a breaker, guys. Check. We break it up, came back and retested this other block. And then like you just wanted to anticipate sales. I mean that was so risky. So that buy is like that's why I had a very ultimate target of it going up there. But then I wasn't gonna be patient enough because of you guys. You know, if you really count 4 hour plus 4 hour plus 4 hour plus 4 hour plus 4 hour, you know, in the market you have to know yourself that what type of patience do you have. And me, I knew my patience that hey, I don't have that type of patience of waiting for such a long time. Okay, so probably I'll go back to my lower time frame, which is yeah, the what you call that, the 5 minute, and go to Tuesday and really see no, we need to start it for hour. Okay, so let's just delete this, the vertical lines. Okay, guys. So yeah, and you also have to be content with like how you understand your model and how you work out. As long as you understand the bias and how you get throughout there, right, guys? So there was Monday, and let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday 5 o'clock candlestick is this one. Is this one, guys? This was a Tuesday candlestick, right? And as we can see that the low was here, which is from the low of this fair value gap that have the blue one. So obviously we'll focus on that, right? And the high of that candlestick was from the blue, the open blue one, right? Let's go to Tuesday. I'll be able to see that. Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday was here. Yeah, there was Tuesday. You see, I even had the line on the 4 hour because of okay, I saw that the market has swept between this one. This one was the high of it, but then here's it. Earlier it shows some sort of early movement that like the market might retest here then go down, but probably we put out our line and work it out the way I've outlined my age into this, okay? Yo, it's pretty much raining, guys. It's if you look at like it's July 7th, the 5th of July today is Saturday. So here it's Cape Town, guys. Like it's raining hell. Like I can even hear outside because like yo, when I look throughout the windows, like you can see it's the rain is fighting with hurricanes. Okay, but then yo, guys, just stay up in your shit and focus, guys. Up there is cold. It's cold. Okay. So yeah, guys, sharp. The market obviously, as you can see here, guys, was already like manipulated this level at once time, and it really sold off, right? So obviously, we will like by 10 o'clock anticipate buys. We wanna buy. As you can see, like it confirmed here, you'll buy, but then unfortunately, it will be a failed buy because of you also have to look at what you are giving here also that need to be considered that what are you really given here if you can see that okay this level was closer to our gap here but then we also have a fair value gap this level which is this level that I've annotated right which is this level which is this level it was a gap that was anticipated some other time. And obviously, guys, remember what I told you about these gaps. The market has a higher probability on coming back to these gaps. Check even here, it was a gap. Check how the market reacted here. It creates a liquidity where the market reacts like that. You get it generates a liquidity check. Even here, it came back again to it, reacted. Even before breaking it out, it created another one. So this was a strong level for price to visit, but this was not enough. Remember, this was Tuesday. Tuesday made this level, and Wednesday made that level, so that Thursday could sell. Let's go back and explain. Okay, yeah, man, guys, we have to push. We have to make this work. Okay, we just have to make this work. There's no way, guys. We black children, we this is the system that that we have in control. That we can see the flow of big financial money, dog, like trillions, and try to get an opportunity to get your pie if you got an age. But you gotta know a lot of things, and I'm here to share. You get such things, you know. Okay, probably. Obviously, I will do live. What you call this? Live, uh, live records. Where I'll be like recording the market lively, and also like hosting lives. But then before then, I need to have a foundation of like what am I like sharing and everything like that. So now the focus is building. It's just building the foundation of my standing and see how it turns out. Okay, so probably yeah, we can see the market actually hit that level. So in your knowledge, you will what expect it to hit back. So you wouldn't really like wanna like bet on the buys because I had that thought on Tuesday that I wasn't gonna hit on it, especially what you have here. Check the market. You have the market like having this favorite gap having this favorite gap and this breakout and it break out and it come back to retest then it goes up then it comes and falls and break this favorite gap so what will be your expectation so that this favorite gap is going to be what your inversion favorite gap you'll wait for it to be retested but price wasn't going to retest only that it will also wick up to this other block and this favorite gap the last one that it created. And after doing so, price really showed it going to the other low side of the 4 hour candlestick, which is 0.5 candlestick, right? And check, when price got there, guys, it really, really, really struggled to break lower. It really struggled to break lower for quite some time. If we take out our measurement to see that since price got here, before it really moved away far, here's it. Focus here, 9 hours and 35 minutes. And it took 103 bars on 5 minutes chart, and it moved for it consolidated for 9 hours and 35 minutes. So it was not worth it to be in the market around such time, because of, if you know your age, it's like, okay, I'm focusing on getting this. Like, wait for one breakout, a sweep out, then come and retest and everything like that. You oppose, then stuff like that. So it's something that you can work on, something that like you can work on. It's just based on probability and your understanding. Okay, so you can see it's like approximately 10 hours there was a consolidation after your price reaching your TP, which was the other side of the 5 hour candlestick, the 4 hour candlestick. Okay, yeah, let me just drink water, man, and stop speaking fast. This is my channel. I'm not running anyway. Hey, yo. Mm, okay, shit. Yeah, guys, drink water. It's important. Okay, drink water. So yeah, guys, the marriage really took out 10 hours consolidating. Obviously, because if it did that, it had to push lower to lower levels since it's been buying. But price was saying, no, 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 we are not going any low time up until we reach to our 90% imbalance, which I emphasized on my previous video before we did the weekly analysis. Okay, moving straight to Wednesday. Let me just delete this. But you can see, guys, that between this time, guys, between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock US time, remember, New York time, UTC -4 New York time. You get that, guys? It created a very large fair value gap. That one was a bias. Because most of the time, during such time, we are looking for a candlestick to break out and create a fair value gap for us to enter. Post 10 o'clock, if you really pay attention into what I'm explaining. Some people might say this is closer to silver bullet, some whatever. But then check, dog, just align your concept the way you understand them and build up your age. Things that you confirm with and you are content with that. There's not more that you need to learn, or maybe like name your inging. I'm not naming any strategy, and I'm not saying like I really discovered this. This thing is the one of the ages that most of the people use and they have already discovered. But then you just have to like also just realize it, you know and after realizing it, like just collect data, and the data that I've collected I've shared on my WhatsApp channel throughout to, okay, cool, guys, we're waiting for this, and like as I was posting throughout since last year, 2024, 19 November, that's when it started, and I was sharing throughout up until this year, probably up until May, because of I was preparing to come back to YouTube and try to like share my knowledge in more documented way and can be accessed anyway. Because WhatsApp channel, you need to get a link, or like, because of I haven't had like 100 followers for it to appear on recommendation or something like that. So it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy, but it's still up, still on. Okay, you guys can have the capability of making that possible. But moving on to Wednesday. Oh yeah, moving to Wednesday. Here's my Wednesday. Okay, on Wednesday, let me just put my vertical lines. 10 o'clock. Yeah, man. Boy, 10 o'clock love the shit. Good. And 8 o'clock. Yeah, you can see even on Wednesday, guys. Like, the market, like, you could have waited for it to be like it went up, and after we going there, coming back to break, retest, and enter those cells, or maybe like enter again when it retests this level, then push down. Because of, remember, between this time horizontal time, I'm just focusing on getting the cells. I expected to buy to a fair value gap that will push the cells, and if not, there's no entry for me. And also on what you call it, because of check, you'll have this other block. You have this, and you see the market came back to this value gap and pushed up. Then after that, came and break down, then inversion it, came back to 50%. And that was supposed to be our entry to lower level. Okay, let me just draw the entry and stop being lazy. Stop the lazy. I was gonna, because of my high next to this, I was gonna like target it like this. Uh, okay, this was a target. Okay, then you wait for a sweep of this, and after the market sweeping out here and break out here, then you use this other block or anything for this for entry. When it's been retested, you just enter, and we can see that the market really did retest it here. I'm gonna put it here because if there was the last sweep we did have, and expecting it to go up to this very gap. So my target could have been here up until back before this thing. Okay, so yeah, here's it. You can see how it really played out, even on Wednesday. You get, so you'll wait to oppose this and pre-post 10 o'clock. Then you'll wait for buys, but buying confirmation. You wait the market to do what, to break out here. After breaking out here, you'll just use this when it taps into this gap. It really even tap, like, just after the next candlestick, but then it also gave you opportunities to keep on testing this level, then pushing up to that level, and probably you can even target more higher levels, but then you just have to have the patience for that. But then with this, something that you can be content with. Okay, something that you can target. Okay, and this is Wednesday. So this is Wednesday. I'm gonna delete Wednesday because we're going to Thursday. Yeah, guys. AB, when you see this, when you're up there, boy, check. You're really, really putting in the work. I dedicated my whole time last year. Like, I think it was the whole six months. Yeah, when the ICT 2024 free mentorship, live mentorship by him, dog, started. Yo, dog, I was so locked in because of I wanted to understand what that man understood. And yo, what I really found that man really understand, I'm really grateful, dog. I don't wanna lie. That guy knows it all. Okay. Okay, that was Wednesday. Eh? Going to Thursday. Back to Thursday, guys. Where our NFP sold. Remember, there was NFP. Where our NFP sold because of my interest. This one. So let me just go back here. We will have the 8 o'clock. Guys, this strategy is the strategy like that I really emphasized on my last video, the video before this one. Like I really touched clearly on the strategy. So yeah, if you find it hard to understand, please slide to the last video. That video contains so much of, but even on this one, I'm just gonna try to do my best. Okay, and there was the last time that I traded, because I only traded the salts of this thing, because of from there was content, and I from there afraid I didn't even open the chart because of it was bank holiday. What are you fucking want to the chart? It's bank holiday. Give yourself time. Give the chart time. And the market tend to have low volatility, especially gold. Check. What are we gonna get here? You're just gonna opinion, but we're gonna see what happened. Well, then, yeah, I wasn't up for charts on Friday, guys. Sometimes you need time off the charts. Get yourself, understand yourself. Because, like, you come on charts on specific time to look for a specific setup and wait for it to plays out when it's there. When it's not there, just move out and continue what you're doing. You don't have to, like, treat Forex or trading as something that you only do. It shouldn't be like that, guys. Like, you shouldn't just treat it as something that you only do. You should, like, do something on the side, because of while you're waiting, you better be doing something. Some people are Jimmy, some people are some. I may do have dumbbells back there. They're right down there. So probably I do have dumbbells that, like, when I'm in a trade, I just like push up. If, like, it's during school peak time, I know that I'm having clients, so it's like trading and I'm like doing like the business load, or like I'm also had to focus to my academics, so stuff like that. But I'm not really that focused into my academics, guys. I'm into, like, ensuring that, like, grow out differently and be a different person, because if everyone tend to want to be the same, but you just have to break out your shit, and try to be a different person, someone who can pursue something different in life. I mean, from my family, no one has like pursued a career in a financial world where they've even prospered. And I'm just hoping to, like, break out that, and probably, like, through the understanding of the financial, like, data instruments like this, especially price action. I mean, that's a high degree of understanding the level of financial complexity if you look at it, because you understand, the technical uh, move of it, especially with the fundamental move of it, especially the fundamental move of it. Where we're gonna be speaking about economics, geopolitics, and everything like that. I do have a podcast where my friend we mostly like have discussions around such things, which is the Hustle Plug podcast, which you can go out and check, subscribe, and do the thing. But then here, I'm sharing my educational content where, or probably like I'm just sharing my portfolio. I'm just building up my portfolio and sharing it to the public. My expertise, my trading portfolio, my trading expertise portfolio, so that even if, like, I wanna, like, present myself as a financial market analyst, I can show my like my portfolio that I've shared, and try to having even more engagement with other traders or people that are learning, and try to grow from each other. But I know eventually when I've like break a certain like ceiling on everything, we'll be having like people to coming back to check out these long videos that I did back, trying to see how I was going through it and everything like that. So, I mean, that's something you're just gonna keep to remind people that, like, this thing takes time, and for like for you to even blow it, for me, like, the way it's gonna blow, because I know that's gonna blow out crazy, but for the way that's gonna blow, it takes out so crazy time to be there. Remembering that I've started learning to trade. Let me not, before I lean to that, let's just finish our work here. Because, guys, sometimes, like, you feel so comfortable to share what is inward with you, because of, this is the journey where it's not only about like technical analysis, but it's also about like being your humanic self, understanding yourself, your psychological self, and like being able to like deal with such part. I come from a mentor who also used to express himself through his videos or live streams or anything like that. And I didn't find that as a problem. I think that was good because of, bro, this is where you do your shit and you just gotta be yourself. I'm not trying to be anybody. I'm trying to be myself. So I just gonna have to like express myself throughout the journey. Okay, so there was Thursday, guys. Yeah, sales because of obviously guys, there was like a clean value gap. Check. We had this breakout and we have it even price retesting. Hence, that's where I got my entry. Then let the position be like, I entered here. And then because of I had this retest, price broke it and I was expecting it to come back and retest this level. And after retesting it, I entered. My stop loss was above there. Let me show you how I worked this out. Because through after NFP, I closed straight out after this candlestick. So probably where's the Galo? There was my entry. My stop loss was here. I remember that because I was willing to be in a long term sale after. Okay, this is the trade that I did catch up. I got a pre-entry on NFP. Yeah, I must be proud of that because, like, it's not many people that get that. But then we appreciate anyone who has the skill to do that. Okay, so yeah, and I'm not trying to break out or anything like that. Just have to express yourself, bro, and fuck with it. And then if we just check, why I had a strong belief on myself, it's because of like we just touched up this level. Nigga, we just touched up this level. And there was a gap here, if you can see. Market, like, when it opened on Thursday, there was a gap, which is something that we broke out and came back to retest. Inversely, this gap. And after touching it, we traded lower. Retested it for the last time. We traded lower and retest this one, this other blocks. Then I was like, I'm entering because of the sales. We also like we left favorable gaps, came back to sweep out here, went up, come back to that favorable gap. You know, this one. Then after entering that one, then NFP was smooth and going down. Okay, and it was smooth and going down, pushing out down. Then after 10 o'clock, oppose. We wanna oppose since we have something like what you call here, we'll have a FF value gap here and wait for price to come retest this. But also we also have another block here that, but then obviously now I was content. I didn't enter any buy from there because of I had NFP piece of a pie. I had NFP piece of a pie. So you can't be greedy. Be content, move and do something. Plus I also needed to do my grocery and prepare my stuff up. So Thursday I also didn't look at the market. But let's go and see what really happened. Here's the position I called on that day. Obviously, we are waiting for bigger sales. So someone might be asking the question, why didn't I enter and leave the position be for up some time? I'm not that patient. I am not that patient. Okay. But then the level of patience that I have, it's content for my age that I come on specific time and look for a specific movement so that I can get opportunities during that time. Okay. Okay, let's see what happened on Friday. On Friday, hey, it was cock. It was pretty much cock. It was a cock day. It was a cock. Yeah, you can see on Wednesday, guys, the market really went up back here, sold, then tried to go back again, but whatever, and we tried to oppose it by buying. You can see the buy was cock, guy. The market, as you can see here, it closed on 7 o'clock on Friday, 7 o'clock PM on South Africa. That's where the market closed. But in US time, it closed at 1 o'clock. Okay, closed at 1 o'clock. So probably, let me just do this. But it did CRT on Friday. I wanna go to 4 hour. It did CRT on Friday. It did CRT. See, this is O5 candlestick on 4 hour, and this is the low and this is the high. So the market really did CRT with the 9 o'clock, sweep this one. Then after sweeping, you enter buys, and obviously you'll be waiting buys for sweeping out this. Maybe the market will want to go back retest this level, and after retesting this level, then really push down. You know, push down after having good like there was also a breakout here, guys. There was a breakout, and after having a breakout, there's this other block, and the market just touched that other block and trying to push up. So the market might want to push back up there and maybe sweep out this, then push lower, or maybe like even go a little bit high, but then it eventually has to go down, okay? But then yeah, guys, so let me just zoom out. Yo, I really did this late. Most I should have opened my chat a longest time. But then I'm used on analyzing on such screen because of I also like love to watch what's going on the other side. Okay, guys. But then going on the daily chart, guys, we already did our weekly analysis, top down analysis, and everything like that, right? So it's still playing the analysis that we did last week. We are still playing with them. They are for the long term. So as you can see, because of we came back here, there was a fair value gap on daily chart. We went up, and there's a fair value gap again here, and we just into it. So we want to see that the market is want to break out here, or it wanna like really break out here. Then we have an opportunity for something different. Okay, so, but we're still moving out with the weekly analysis we did last time, and we just have to see price. But then we are looking for the market to push down, and we will see how it works with that. Okay, and we are still working with the analysis. We are still waiting for the market to outplay the whole prediction that we did, and trying to see. Obviously, like you have to refine your analysis along the way because of you tend to have more perspective of what the market is telling you where it wanna go because of you can't always know where the market is going. Sometimes it wanna go certain levels and you just have to like listen to the market where it wanna go and just let it go there and let it give you an opportunity that you can realize. But for this, we all know that this is a selling opportunity for most of us, so we are looking for sales. But let's wait and see Monday how the market opens and ahead and move. So yeah, we might see sales for the market come up to this level too. Also this level, we have a likelihood of visiting this level. I mean, like well, we might visit also this level. Because if there was a gap there. Although we did visit it, but then we might visit it again back and maybe try to sweep out this low or maybe this low, then push back up to go to certain levels. So let's see how the market wanna contribute to us. But now we're expecting it to go down, and if it doesn't wanna go down, we'll look for more fresh opportunities for looking for upside movement. But then if it really wanna go down, we will anticipate our buyers as it is. Okay, so yeah, that's me for this week. But then also I want to also touch on that to like, okay guys, today is what you call this, it's the fifth of, yeah, is the fifth of what you call this, oh, it was here and I anticipated it to come back here and it did come back. So is it gonna buy? Wait and see. you know but then anyway anyway yeah, anyway, guys, what I wanted to say is today is the 5th of July 2025. The rand is back on 17 rand, 57 cent. Let's say it's back on 15 rand, 60 cent. And clarifying these levels, guys, like, do you know since when we have been in such levels, like, like as an economy? There's this level that we have been on last year, 2024 September, which was 17 rand. But then the last time we've been in set, it's like 2023. Like, I just want the price. Guys, if the I wanna, like, we might end up having a day in South Africa. As today, it's It is as today it is okay. As today, guys, name it is the 5th of July 2025. Someday in the future, we might see the rand coming back to 13 rand, 90 or 14 rand to come and sweep off this for value gap. But then we also need to see like what you call this. We also have to see the dollar index visiting the fair value gap we also have here. When it comes to this lower to $92, when it comes to $92, we might even see the rand pulling in the rand pulling in to be like 13 rand or 14 rand against the dollar. We're hoping for that. We're just hoping for that because we can see price still wanna push up to our okay. So but then yeah, as guys we've seen what it really pushed up and Azishi. We just hope this price just pulls down and goes sweep out this, okay? When price comes and sweep out this and come there, we might be anticipating buys, okay, guys? But then, yeah, I'm just also waiting for massive sales like everyone on gold. But then, yeah, I think I'm content with what I've shared today, and really wait to see ahead because of we already have a weekly analysis. I've reviewed also my daily strategies that I look for during the day. But if you really want the full context over the strategy and a clean context, go to my previous video. You'll really get there. So thank you for those guys, for most of you who got to this end and really get to witness my video and my analysis and my perspective. So if you got something to share and that is yours analysis, your perspective, or anything like that, there's a comment below. You can like share it with me. Any year, just show me which year you see in this and just comment. And obviously I'll be alive enough to see that because of this will forever be with me. And as long as technology is advancing, growing, like we are going to the most secured world that we're going to. So I mean this is one of the access that you can give yourself or reward as a young person because of yeah man, if you look at ahead of the future of AI and artificial intelligence, it's like competence like this, YouTube and trading, Betway, or whatever, gaming, sporting, whatever you do with your money out there. It's all these things are powered by AI, technology, and everything like this. So probably this is the biggest investment you can do, like BTC, Ethereum's, everything like that. So, but yeah, guys, build up your portfolios, be secured, prepare ahead, and yeah, let's run this game into the craziest world. Okay, so guys, thank you for being with me into the YouTube channel. And just subscribe, like, and yeah, let's keep on doing the best, team. Thank you for tuning in. Okay.